Once, lick me twice. On the 4th day of October, I reached the old township of Irving Park. This, just before dusk, when the setting sun seemed to evoke more than its usual forbiddance. I parked my motorcycle secretly behind the mold-covered wood fence that would have normally blocked the entrance to Dunning Asylum. This, long before Chicago Reed Hospital had undergone both a new ethical and official administration change. It was the long years when the asylum stood erect and abandoned, lost to whims of old horrors and vanity and vanished sanity. It was not long after that I scanned the tall building for cracks in its dilapidated defenses. Suddenly, I slipped on something old and wet, and I began violently falling down a ramp-like shaft. When I came to, I found myself at the bottom of a junk pit. All around me were old, rusted instruments, many bygone-era tools for makeshift ice pick lobotomies, various medical carts, and shabby asylum uniforms, now adorned only with dust and moss. It was a musty pit, saturated with sick smells, yet oddly some were sweet. As I turned towards the direction of this sweetness, it was then when I first heard it. "Lick me once, lick me twice." It was a woman's alluring voice, emanating from a bizarre brass orifice in the filthy cement wall. There I saw a set of purplish lips protruding through a tarnished gold-dotted hole, smacking and whistling, glazed plump, yet eerily sultry. I got up and walked to the brass fixture that held the siren's lips, me, eager now to greet the ominous being behind it. And the voice echoed again. "So kind of you to visit your mother." The sentence trailed off, and I trekked towards it in earnest now. However, I fell once again, this time through a rotted lumber floor, and I tumbled like some clumsy village idiot all the way down to the front gateway of the aged old asylum. I realized then that I could not make it back up to the shoddy ramps, so, wrought with embarrassment, I limped like a wounded dog back to my jet black motorcycle, where I rode away, thinking about those anomalous lips behind that sordid, brass-gilded fixture. "Those lips," I quivered, as I sped away, with the motorcycle humming beneath me, wallowing in uncertainty, under the arcane mist of a rising solstice moon.